No, we ain't stressing about this shit, we making movies. Say you really about it, like might have to prove it. You got a pistol on your way, be ready to use it. These young niggas in my city going stupid. No, ain't stressing about this shit, we making movies. Say you really about it, like might have to prove it. You got a pistol on your way, be ready to use it. These young niggas in my city going stupid. Ain't no nigga finna play with me, I face on. If a nigga think it's sweet, then I take some. Hit on the rules and they.
The music always been my passion. The funny story is, back when I was younger, DJ Action, which is Special Ed's DJ, that's like my best friend too, DJ Action. But at one point we was like this. So I used to be trying to manage Act, you know? And we never had a contract, but I can first say my first artist or first time manager somebody was DJ Action from out of Flatbush, you know? The whole Special Ed, Dollar Cab Lab thing. But then when I got down here, I actually met some good people, man. I actually met Kia Shine, was one of my first artists. I had the Preps from out of Memphis. I had Maybach Hot, my man Hot Rod. I had Tracy T, which is the one that we signed to Atlantic Records through Maybach. We still was negotiating a deal at that time to get him on Dream Chasers. I was supposed to work with Chinks Drugs from out of Queens. Just took a meeting with him and his manager before he got killed. Probably about a few months, maybe about 6-7 months before he got killed. So I was looking forward to working with Chinks. And I got a bunch of new artists. I got a new artist, Expensive Grams, that I'm playing for you now. He's based out of Atlanta, West Side, straight trapper, go hard. Music is got talent. So right now, everything I'm focusing on is going to be Expensive Grams. I'm going to try to get his mixtape out within the next 3 months. So the first quarter of 2021, you should hear his mixtape. But Expensive Grams is an X, no E in front, Expensive Grams. He's on Instagram as well, so look out for him.
That's what's up. So, what's one thing you would tell people they need to do in order to gain access to the industry?
Well, right now the industry is hard with COVID, but there's a lot of new artists out there. For anybody's looking to manage, there's a lot of new artists out there. There's a kid from out of Brooklyn named Drizzy Giuliano. You heard of him?
Yeah, I heard of him. Crazy.
Talented. Yo, one of his managers is my little guy, my man Jesse. I don't know what name they calling him, but I know him as Jesse. That's his real name. He's one of his managers, and he hit me and sent me the music. And I was like, yo, we got to walk this nigga in the building. Let's see if we get a deal. But I don't know exactly what they're looking for. So when I go to New York, we'll take that meeting. But Drizzy Giuliano is like, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the next best things coming out of Brooklyn. I guess I missed the question. What was the question again?
Basically, I was just asking you how or what should one do in order to get to the next level like you did, you know?
I think there's no blueprint for this. Like, if you want to talk business, I think that if somebody had the blueprint, it would have been like Jay-Z, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jay-Z would have the blueprint, right? So if Jay-Z had the blueprint, or Rick Ross had the blueprint, or many other artists, then why their artists didn't pop? Why Memphis Bleak wasn't, you know where I'm coming from? Why Gunplay and the whole, forgot Rick Ross's first group's name. What's their names?
You got me on that one. I can't remember at the moment.
Well, why they didn't pop? If everybody had the formula, there's no formula. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there is a formula for it. I think it's just timing and luck and, you know, a lot of blessings from God. That's the only way you're going to make it in this music business. You can have a bag behind the artist. You can know people in the building at Atlantic, Universal, everywhere. But I don't think there's a formula for it. You know what I mean?
So do you think hard work plays a part?
Hard work plays a part, definitely.
Because from what I hear a lot of times for yourself as a manager,
hard work plays a part.
It's like you go through the process of where these artists don't want to do the work. They don't want to get in the studio. They want to party and chill all the time.
I would never partner with an artist like that. When I worked with Tracy T, Tracy had got shot about 5 times. I remember going to the hospital, and you know, he raised his hand and let me know he was all right. You know what I'm saying? When he got out the hospital, I said, yo, man, forget the street stuff. Let's just go into yo, because the kid had talent. But one thing about him, you wasn't going to outwork that kid. And that's how he popped. That's how he got on. You know what I'm saying? And when we was on the road, you couldn't outwork me. I did every aspect, from road managing to business managing. I was just me. I didn't have nobody. I didn't want to split no money. I'm cheap. So I did everything. If it was somebody needed to be drove somewhere, I drove them. If I needed to run, go get something from the mall, I went. I did everything because I work hard. You know what I mean? And that's how we was able to be successful and actually get a record deal and be on Maybach, and that's a big deal.
So what is the Maybach situation?
Maybach Music. What's the situation?
Yeah, like
the situation is what I would try to tell these kids. If you want to know something, this is what you need to know. Loyalty goes a big way. Goes a long way. Loyalty. And what happened was, the kid signed a couple of production deals before he actually got the Atlantic Record contract. So when we got the Atlantic Records contract and we started doing stuff, and then we did the War Ready record with Jeezy, Rick Ross, and Tracy T on the hook. War Ready, what? Well, we did that new NBA All-Star Weekend in New Orleans. I forgot what year it was. We went down and we did it. The video was a huge success. The reason why the video and the record was so big, because it was the first time that Jeezy and Rick Ross spoke to each other and did anything with each other in over 3 years. So that was the first record they collaborated on. Tracy T was on the hook. So that was monumental for us and for everybody, for hip-hop. But he signed some production deals prior to having Atlantic Records contract. So as soon as we popped off, they started shooting at cease and desist. Oh, he signed with me. I mean, it was a big thing. Atlantic Records had to hire handwriting experts because they forged some contracts. Like, I fought it as long as I could. I had Vinnie Kumar at the time, who was Future's lawyer. I had him, and then I had Jeremy Rosen. And Jeremy Rosen was the one that actually tried to get down to the meat and the potatoes of it. By the time we did that, and the first production deal came through, we kind of got past that, but then another one came in. And then Atlantic Records was like, yo, we got to drop y'all. You know what I'm saying? And that was it. So he's still doing his thing with his Moneybound label, but I also moved on to other artists as well.
Like?
Expensive Grams.
Expensive Grams. That's your new...
Expensive Grams.
So his story is basically trapper from the A.
Young kid from out of the west side of Atlanta, man. Just been trapping. He got talent. 1 foot in the street, 1 foot in the music. So my job now, as a mentor and a manager, is to get that other foot out of the street and have it where we just dealing with music. So that's where I'm at now.
That's what's up. I like what you said, as a mentor and a manager.
Well, because when you manage a guy, like when I managed Tracy, it was like my son. So I'm dealing with every aspect that comes around him. I put a shield around him, a hedge of protection. So if it was baby mama drama, I dealt with it. Anything I dealt with. Finances, I dealt with it. Lawyers, I dealt with it. Problems with his mother, I dealt with it. You know what I'm saying? Kev dealt with everything. So that's what I'm saying. You got to have thick skin, man. If you want to make it in this industry, you got to have thick skin, and you got to be resilient.
Those are the two things I was waiting for you to say. What? Thick skin and resilient.
You got to be, man.
You got to go hard or stay home, one or the other.
And that's where coming from Flatbush helped me out now. Like, I couldn't see the direct correlation all my life until I became a man. Then I was like, a lot of stuff I went through as a kid and a lot of stuff that I wanted and I fought for and I stood my ground on is the same principles that I'm using today. In every aspect. Anything I do in business, I'll never try to change who I am. You know what I'm saying? I know where I come from. But I try to use where I come from to catapult me to where I want to go.
Nice.